Ladies and gentlemen, do not struggle. As I promised, we're going to go through an email of a member. I'm copying it and pasting it now. We're going to talk about a member wrote us an email, and we're going to go over it together. Don't quit to all those struggling is the name of it. We're going to go through it together. I am Mark Melnick, and this is the Newsbeat Show. So this is an email from a member who wished for me to share it. I haven't read it, so hopefully he's not sitting there and showing me that he's an LA Lakers fan because that would, I don't know, upset me for reasons in which I probably shouldn't be upset over. Hi, Mark. Once again, happy to be back in the room. I took some time away as I had no money, and I really journaled and studied like mad. So he was a prior member. He had no more money, meaning he joined this service and lost money, right? Assumedly. I don't know what other services he was or wasn't part of, but that at least is you know, what happened. And I really journaled and studied like mad. Mostly on my psychology and mindset so that I could gain confidence and trust in myself, following rules, selling fast, and drill into my head the mental mistakes I was making. This is truly a university degree we are working for here. 3 to 4 years of hard work just to be able to show up. I just wanted to point out some things that worked for me because I see so many people's emails in the ask marks with the same problem. I'll tell you what worked for me. Get your guiding principles right. I haven't read this email, by the way, so I'm reading it for the first time. I promised him over the last week that I'd read it. As you have mentioned, you can't expect to be disciplined during trading hours if the rest of your life is chaos. This is so true. If your life is chaos, and you're living, la vida loca, you know, you're going to get screwed up. Diet is on point, down 13 pounds and trying to get my abs back for 40, and shed the dad bod. Doing the right things, as I call them, to keep my mental health elevated, especially during these COVID times. Working out, meditating, reading, journaling, being very intentional with my time with my wife. Intentional, probably a typo. Very personal with, um, I don't know. Very intentional with, maybe that is the right word. I don't know. Very intentional with my time, with the family, wife, friends. If I am with someone, I make sure my mind and I make sure my mind and attention is completely on that person and I am making them feel important. That's so important. You know what? I screwed up on this. I'll be honest. Like I had a dad moment where I felt like a little bad today. So we have a little swing set outside, a little swing set outside for the kids. So my boys are outside and I'm pushing them on the swing and I'm sitting there on my phone while I'm pushing them like this. And it's crazy. Both my sons. It's like, Dad, put down the phone. Put down the phone. Like a 6-year old asking you to put down the phone because they already know that I wasn't making them feel important while I was just doing the monotonous pushing a swing. And he's like, talk to me, Dad. And like I do talk to him, but I felt like bad at that point. I was like, oh my God, he taught me a lesson, you know? So I'll admit, like, so true on this one. Make sure your mind and attention is completely on that person. You're making them feel special. Amen. I learned that lesson today, by the way. Getting sleep right and playing with the kids, yeah, and enjoying time with my wife. Balance is key. This has been covered in previous emails, but I wanted to reiterate it. Book I highly recommend, which I can attach a document with my own notes and highlights from. This book that really pertained to me, Mastering Trading Psychology by Andrew Aziz and Mike Baer. This is a compilation of traders from their room with their everyday mind game mistakes and experiences. It is great. I read it and reread it, and then I highlighted everything that I found useful, and then I put it into the notes so I could revisit it. I'll attach it here. It was tedious work. I wanted to just look at charts and do fun stuff and trade, but I told myself I need to read this book and then take the time to write out everything I highlighted, right? Because most people, they just want the charts, they just want what somebody thinks, and they want to move on with their lives. I know. You just want to take that, you just want to smoke that blunt, don't you? You want it already pre-lit. You want to just take it. You want to smoke it. But you have to crush up the weed. You have to put it through the grinder. You have to open up the blunt wrapping. You got to take out all that disgusting tobacco that was never meant to be smoked inside the cigar. Then you need to fill it up nicely with weed. You got to, lick it and do the little tongue swipe there and like fold it up real well. You're right. You got to do the work before you get to the fun stuff. I wanted to just look at my charts and do the fun stuff and trade, but I told myself I need to read this book and then take the time. Huge help. Everyone, please do this. A lot is what you discuss here, but it's in print form and solidified on paper, and it really lets you reflect. Drilled into my head, sell fast, small loss equals big profits. This is one of the mentalities that we do in the Newsbeat live room that people in the industry don't really abide by. I literally write this down in every journal entry 2 to 3 times a day. I text it to myself, to my trading friends on scrap paper, you name it, and it was finally been cemented into my heads. You preach this, and I never understood it until now. I've seen you entered a trade, I entered it with you, and it doesn't trigger like the algo should and shoot up, and you're like, I'm out. I never got it at first. I'm like, why? It still looks fine. But with the strategies you preach and we practice the trade should work immediately. Boom, we see when it works, especially on Tesla, it triggers and boom, it shoots. If not, get out. You can either re-enter, which I have and have been successful, or you can move on and miss it. But the strategy is the strategy, and we're here to follow the rules. And I can't count the times now in the past week along how many times I have saved money because it didn't do what I want, and I scrapped it and it plunged down. Small losses, small gains. Small losses avoid psychological toxicity, which is so valuable. Amen. That's why I try to keep you guys in a positive psychological mindset, the room. I mean, there's so many people here who are doing longer term swing trading, and just being in the positive environment helps get them to that next level. My losses have almost all been small, aside from 2 to 3 out of 57 trades. This should have this should have maybe been number one, but here I am. I have to follow the process. The process is key, and the formula to the process is this: small wins, small green days. Don't focus on the dollars, just the quality trades, win or lose, following your rules. Build confidence and trust in myself, build enthusiasm for trading, makes me want to study more, helps me improve, will show in my results, and the snowball in the circle continues. Continue to focus on making the right decisions, the dollars will come, and that's when they add up. I can size up accordingly based on my decision making, and even more dollars will come, and so on. Process repeats and benefits continue. Follow the rules for each trade. These are all basically from you, so please add in if I am missing anything. Okay. Trend of stock has to match my long trade, uptrend, short, downtrend. Now, just so we're clear here, I know, all right, you said you got this from me. I'm telling you to do what you do best. If this is what you do best, there's no rules I can tell you. Only you can tell you these rules, and you're figuring it out, and it's clicking finally. The trend of the stock has to match my trade long for an uptrend or short for a downtrend. If I'm long, the 8 has to be above the 21. The stock has to be above the 821 in VWAP, above the first 1 or 5 minute candle. The overall market should be in favor of your trade using the Qs or spiders. So if the Qs or spiders are going up, you want your stock moving up as well. Wait for strong confirmation. The trade should be clear and easy. And this is a very key word. Trading is actually easy. The point to get to where you are in trading, that's the journey. That's the journey. That's the hard part about trading is mastering yourself and becoming a better person. Ensure volume supports your trade, strong news, strong trends, marks pick. Again, wait for the easy trade. It only takes one good trade. Patience, take profit quickly. Remember the process. Green trades build confidence, reinforce good habits. Amen. Sell fast if it doesn't trigger. These are two strategies we share with you for free, saying stick to the Mark 1 and Mark 5. Look at larger time frames to support the move, 5, 15, 30 hourly. Do not chase if the trigger has passed. Do not chase if it does not fit a strategy. Sell fast. Small losses equal big profits. No trading after 11 a.m. So he's quitting trading after 11 a.m. Some people is probably better for 10 a.m., but for him it's 11. No overnights, too much toxicity, can't enjoy the family if I take swings. Amen, because you're always looking at your position. No coming back to trading after done for the day. So if you say you're done for the day, there's no coming back. You wait for the next day. Quitting if I am up, even if it's one or two solid trades. It's about the process, not to just trade for the sake of trading. Paper trade, watch, enjoy the chat room, go make pancakes with my Nixon. Oh, that's your daughter. Okay. Cute name. On top of these things, I have continued to journal daily and write down as often as possible. Sell fast, small losses equal big profits. I have also begun to write down and say in the mirror, whenever possible, I will make day trading my profession. I will day trade for a living. I know it sounds silly, but drilling this into my head has helped. First time ever having 2 green days in a row. I am currently up to 4 green days in a row. I used to be one of those members who could not trust myself to not tilt and held on to so many trades way too long hoping they would pan out. I'm sure I will make these mistakes again and have to refocus, but I tell you this repetition of drilling them into my head and always having these thoughts and rules in my conscious brain has really helped. I am telling you, the self-fasting has changed me. I currently every morning write in a journal called the High Performance Planner. You can get it on Amazon. Helps me be intentional with my trading rules and what I want to do and accomplish in the rest of my day away from trading. I also write in my journal 1 to 3 things I am grateful for, one person in my past and present, a tiny little thing like a good cup of coffee or anything that hits you in the moment. And I write my why down, which is to spend as much time with my beautiful family as I can, making memories, having fun, and watching them grow. I am a lucky man. You're damn right you are. I know this has been long, but I hope it helps someone. I have to remain humble, as I know the goblin will strike again and mistakes will come. But I urge everyone not to quit. It's been almost 3 years of losing and grinding for me, down $70,000, which I can't afford. But my wife never let me give up. Failure doesn't define who we are, it's how we respond to failure that defines who we are. Scale down, be consistent, attaching my notes. Love you, Mark. Congrats on your Knicks making the playoffs. All right, brother. Well, you know, awesome. I mean, what a beautiful email. What a beautiful email. I'll spam the room. Spam the room, and I appreciate that. So I hope you guys enjoyed that email. Happy trading, make money. I'll see you tomorrow morning on the Newsbeat live trading.